Good afternoon. My name is Will, and I'm applying for the position of youth baseball coach. Why might I want this position? Think back for a second to a coach or mentor who actually made a difference in your life growing up. A lot of us can name at least one coach or teacher who shaped how we see ourselves, and for those of us who grew up playing sports, that impact can last a lifetime. I've been coaching travel baseball for a while now, and I know I want to keep doing it because I've seen firsthand the kind of impact a coach can have on a young athlete. So today I'm going to walk you through three things. First, I'll tell you what it actually means to be a baseball coach. Second, I'll tell you how I became interested in coaching. And finally, I'll tell you where I think youth baseball coaching is heading in the future and why I think I'm the right person for this job. Let's start with what it actually means to be a baseball coach. According to the book Coaching Youth Baseball, put out by the American Sport Education Program, coaching isn't about just winning games. It's about creating an environment that actually puts the athlete first, focusing on development, safety, and enjoyment along with the sportsmanship. To learn more about this profession firsthand, I talked to Anthony. He's the head coach that I currently work under at Philadelphia Prime. He's been coaching travel baseball for about 8 years now, and while a lot of parents and players only really see coaches during the games, he explained to me just how much work happens outside of that. Building out practice plans, communicating with parents. Told me the actual baseball skills are honestly the easiest part of the job. The harder part is figuring out how to reach different kids in different ways since every player responds to something a little bit different. Cal Ripken Jr., he made a very similar point in his own coaching book. He explained that coaching youth baseball is just as much about building character as it is about building fundamentals, if not more. Now that I've told you what it means to coach, let me tell you how I actually became interested in coaching myself. I didn't set out to become a coach, it kind of happened naturally, just from how much time I've spent around the game as a player my whole life. But I want to share a specific example from this past season that really stuck with me. Coached a kid this year who he just did not care. He never put any effort in at practice, and his attitude always ended up dragging down the whole team. Anthony and I talked about how to handle it because one player's attitude can really affect the energy of the entire group of kids. So we tried a bunch of different approaches throughout the season to try to reach him and get him to actually buy in just a little bit. And honestly, he only really got a little bit better by the end of the season. It's not a big turnaround story where everything clicked and he became a totally different kid, but that experience actually taught me something super important about coaching. And it's not every kid is going to have some big breakthrough moment. Coach's job isn't about just fixing every single player, it's about staying consistent and trying anyways. Even when the results aren't dramatic, that's part of what makes coaching a real challenge. And honestly, it's part of what keeps me interested in getting better at it. So now let me tell you where I think this profession is heading and why I think I'm the right fit going forward. Youth baseball coaching has changed a lot in recent years, especially with the rise of travel and club programs alongside more traditional community leagues. According to Coaching Youth Baseball, there's a growing philosophy in the coaching world that puts athletes first and winning second. And Anthony told me he thinks the future of travel baseball is going to keep leaning further into player development and injury prevention instead of just chasing wins with the young kids. As someone who already leans toward a developmental focused coaching style, I think this shift actually works in my favor. I'm continuing to learn more about player development, communication, and even some of the injury prevention research I've come across, so that I can keep growing as a coach right alongside the profession itself. So to bring it all together, told you what it means to be a baseball coach, told you how I became interested in coaching, including a season that didn't go how I hoped for, and finally, told you where I think youth baseball coaching is heading in the future. With all this, I hope you have a better sense of what coaching really is and why I'm genuinely passionate about it as a profession. I've already put in real time coaching and building relationships with these players, even the tough ones, and I'm committed to continuing to learn everything I can about player development so I can keep helping young athletes grow both on and off the field. Thank you.